Thank you. Sorry. Okay, thank you.
Bar Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيب إله العالمين أبي القاسم محمد
اللهم صل على محمد.
رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. قال الله جل وعلا في محكم كتابه الكريم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فمن حاجك فيه من بعد ما جاءك من العلم فقل تعالوا ندعو أبناءنا وأبناءكم ونساءنا ونساءكم وأنفسنا وأنفسكم ثم نبتهل فنجعل لعنة الله على الكاذبين.
آمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Holy Quran in Surah Al-Imran verse 61, and if anyone should argue with thee about this after all the knowledge that has come unto thee, say, come, let us summon our sons and your sons, and our women and your women, and ourselves and yourselves, and then let us pray together humbly and ardently, and let us invoke God's curse upon those who are telling a lie. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I would just be saying a few words about the birth of Imam al-Hasan alayhi salatu wassalam. And I'm sure that our teacher and our mentor, Sheikh over here, he already mentioned all the attributes and the characteristics and all the knowledge about Imam Hassan. He really left nothing for me, even though I didn't understand one word in Urdu that he said, but I could feel it. I could really feel it, and I thank you for that. So just to speak very briefly about Imam Hassan alayhi salatu wassalam, and then we will go and end it, transition into some English and Asheed for you, for the kids. Have them clapping, inshallah. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. In order for us to become the most productive of individuals, we need to prioritize and think about what it is that we want most in life. What is our objective in this life? And if our objective of life lies with that of Allah's plan for the human being, which is to obey all of His commands. Moreover, is what I am doing today helping me get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Are the habits do I have in my daily life helping me get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or are they pushing me further away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So today, in these few minutes that we have, we will examine the life of Imam al-Hasan alayhi salatu wassalam. And we will also see what happened during his imamah and how he was able to prioritize his life and his list of tasks in order that he was able to preserve the message of Islam. I have 5 points that I want to mention, and this is how it's going to go. I'm going to mention 5 points about the injustices that happened during the time of Imam al-Hasan alayhi salatu wassalam, and there are 5 injustices. There are many more injustices that happen, but I'm going to mention 5, and then at the end I'm going to mention the justice that he gave to the injustices that were done upon him. So we can learn from the Imam and what he went through and how he dealt with those situations, and we can apply them into our daily lives. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The first injustice that was done to Imam al-Hasan alayhi salatu wasalam was that he was never given his due respect that was given by the messenger, our holy prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And I know that you're reciting a lot of salawat, and it's good that we're reciting a lot of salawat because it's a birth. So indeed we should recite and send these salawat. So the first injustice that was done to Imam al-Hasan is that he was not given the respect that he deserved to be given. And this respect was given by the Holy Prophet. And you find on many occasions in which, for example, a very famous hadith that Imam al-Hasan and Imam al-Hussein are two imams standing or sitting. So standing or sitting, they are your imams. Al-Hasan wal-Hussein, Sayyid Shababi Ahl al-Jannah Ajma'een. Then you have how, for example, we all know the stories of their characters and their akhlaq when the person was doing the wudu, and then he allowed him to do it, and then he said, look at us how we are doing it. So through their akhlaq, they spread the message of Islam. So it was proven through their akhlaq. And when they were with the Holy Prophet ﷺ, during his lifetime, and how they, all of that, you know, all of that, the story when they got on top of the back of the Prophet and he waited until they got off his back and went up from sujood. So all of these stories, you find that these are actual things that happened during the time. But on the same note, you find that they were not given the respect that they deserved. And the same thing when it comes to the honor of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wassalam. You find that the Holy Prophet is the one that appointed him, and the one that gave the command to the Holy Prophet was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they did not respect the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they did not respect the command of the Imams to be leaders. So that's the first injustice that happened to Imam Hassan. Second injustice that happened to Imam Hassan is that his own soldiers that he had inherited from the leadership and the imamate of Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, they betrayed him and they sold their allegiance to Muawiyah for a few bucks, for a few dollars. For example, you have one of the closest people to him, his name was Abdullah ibn Abbas. This person, he took the money and he ran. He ran away from the army of Imam Hassan alayhi salatu wasalam. And you find that when it came to the leadership and the imam of Imam Hassan, these people, they abandoned they abandoned Imam Hassan and they left them. Why? It's because they didn't agree with fighting Muawiyah. MashaAllah, they didn't agree with fighting Muawiyah. So here you are, you were fighting with haqq when it was time for the Prophet and the Imam. Now coming to Imam Hassan, what changed? What changed all of a sudden? Now that you don't want to come and fight against injustice and falsehood. So you find that they left the Imam because they didn't want to fight Muawiyah. And here you find that Muawiyah started buying their generals one by one. And that's what's happening in today's world. They come, those who don't have the ma'rifah of the Imam, and they don't know the Imam of their time, they are the ones that are being bought out. They are the sellouts. So therefore, Muawiyah, he began, just like how Muawiyah bought out the generals, those fake generals, okay? We have the Muawiyah and the Yazids of our time, they're buying the fake alims. They're buying the fake representatives of Islam. The third injustice that happened to Imam Hassan alayhi salatu wasalam is that it's one thing to sell your allegiance to Muawiyah, but it's another thing when you have to live under the threat of your own camp, within your own people, within your own so-called followers. That's even worse. And there were many attempts to assassinate our Imam. Many attempts. One attempt, for example, it's mentioned in Kitab al-Irshad. You can go and read about the biography of the Imam. You'll find that once he was struck in his thighs with a dagger from someone from within his own army. Imagine someone who's with you this whole time and he decides to assassinate you. This is how shaitan comes. So he had to live with this type of ignorance. The fourth injustice that happened to him is that now he has to come and he has to prove himself as the rightful Imam and the rightful leader. despite the fact that the Prophet clarified their imamah and their leadership after him. So imagine that he had to come and he had to prove his imamah to the people. So the reason why is because some people were coming and were saying that Muawiyah is a more experienced and better leader. He's more experienced and he's a better leader. This is the same game that Shaitan came and tried to play against the Imam Ali alayhi salatu wassalam, and the same game that he tried to play against Adam when he refused to bow down to Adam. Because we were mentioning this past a couple of days about Shaitan and how he didn't bow down because he said that I was there 6,000 years before Adam. So we said that if he had the most experience, we should bow down to him. So that was the same argument. The fifth injustice that was done to Imam al-Hasan, which was his wife Ju'dah. She was enticed by Muawiyah, and I mean, it's one thing to come and to face me face to face. When you want to fight me and you want to come and battle with me, you face me face to face, right? But what happened? You find, I mean, even in the code amongst thieves, they have this law, this code, believe it or not, that I won't come and go after your family.
True.
I will come to you. That's the code amongst thieves. But look what happened. The wife, Ju'dah, of Imam al-Hasan, what did Muawiyah do? He was so despicable and he was so evil that he went to his wife. What did he say to her? He told her that, you know, look at your lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle is this? You don't have anything, you don't have any money. I mean, look at the way the Imam is living. I'll give you my son in marriage and I'll give you the most lavish of lifestyles. If you poison, Imam Hassan. So what did she do? She fought for it and she gave him the poison and she killed him. Now these were the injustices that happened to Imam Hassan. How did Imam Hassan alayhi salatu wasalam deal with these injustices? What did he do during that time? In a few minutes we'll conclude. Imam Hassan alayhi salatu wasalam, he came and he focused on raising the ma'rifah of Ahlul Bayt, salamullahi alayhim. Who are the Ahlul Bayt, for example? And it wasn't, of course, enough for the Prophet that he had proved to them about the imamah and the characteristics of the imams. He had to come forth and he had to show the people through his character and through his knowledge and through his attributes and through all aspects of his life that he had to show them. Again, the style of Islam and the style of Allah is what? What did we say? We said to not impose. He could have said that, no, I'm the rightly chosen, I am this, 1, 2, 3, and all the way down. I am great and you have to follow me. No. The style of Allah is not to impose, is to show. And this is what Imam al-Hasan began to do. He began to show the people why Allah has chosen him to be their leader. And another point that we need to realize, the last point that I want to make, and how he dealt with the injustices that were done against him, is that he found that the closest people to him, they were not strong enough. They weren't strong enough. So he needed to work on the closest people to him so they can become stronger. Because Imam Hassan, believe it or not, he had 0 people that he can rely on. He had 0 people that he can trust. And you find that when it came time during the period and the imamah of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, for his love, give me a salawat. You find that Imam Hussein only had a handful of followers. And all of you know how many of those numbers were in Karbala. And that's why you find that the treaty of Muawiyah made sense. And it was necessary because the war with Muawiyah would have no impact on the spread of the message of Islam. And this is why he made that treaty. And he let Muawiyah have what he wanted, and he focused on the people. And this is how he did justice to the injustice that was being done against him. And to conclude, brothers and sisters, how can we apply this into our daily lives? We find that many governments around the world, including this government, they go and they do many atrocities around the world. And they commit so many injustices in this world. Now, we should do what Imam Hassan alayhi salatu wasalam did, is that we can't physically go and change what they want to do, but what we can do is we can focus on ourselves. We can focus on our own families, and we can focus on our own community. And this is why famous hadith from our holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, إن الله لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not change a status of a community unless they change themselves. So this is the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to change ourselves. We have to work on ourselves. We have to improve ourselves. And this is the nucleus of the subject that we have been speaking about for the past 15 days, which is shaitan and how he misguides mankind. The nucleus and the conclusion of everything that we spoke about, including today, is that our enemy is not the society. Our enemy is not the shaitan. Our enemy, our greatest enemy, is our own self. And this is why our own Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam, he says, أَعْدَى عَدُوَّكَ نَفْسُكَ الَّتِي بَيْنَ جَنْبَيْكَ, that your worst enemy is your own self. So I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He accepts these humble words from us, and I'm the first, inshallah, to be that one to look in that mirror and to try to improve myself. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless this community, and to bless the families in this community, and to bless all the efforts of the organizers of this program, and to specifically bless our maraja around the world, Sayyid Ali Sistani, may Allah bless his soul, and Sayyid Ali Khamenei, and all of the maraja that we have in this world, and to give them the health and to prolong their life to continue leading us to the straight path. And with that, let us recite Surah Al-Fatiha for tonight's dinner sponsors, which is they are Fatima Hashim, Hussein, Intisar Fatima, Hashim Hussein, Sayyid Haidar Ali, Amina Begum, and Husseini Begum. And all your deceased and all your marhumin and all of your marhumat and all martyrs of Islam, let us recite Surah Al-Fatiha, and before that 3 loud salawats ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So since we have some time for some poetry, I was given the green light. I was waiting for the green light. I seen a red light, but alhamdulillah, it turned right away to green, no yellow in between. Okay, so inshallah, I have just a few words, inshallah, maybe some 5 minutes of some clapping and some. There weren't many good news in the information that I just gave you, so I have to make up for that. So inshallah, I have a poem about our 12th Imam al-Mahdi, Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajul Sharif. And really, the reason being, I have this poetry for the Imam. I have other poems, but I really want to send this gift to the Imam right now, because if there was someone in this universe who's happy for the birth of the Imam, it is Al-Imam al-Mahdi, Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajul Sharif. So all of you can remain seated. I'm going to stand up, because I can't handle it when I'm doing something like this. I have to stand up. So the chorus goes like this. It's very easy. Oh, the light that fills my heart with hope and glee. What I want you to respond with me, and I want you to clap with me as well, with the tune, is Mahdina, O Mahdina, O Mahdina. And your claps and your smiles, of course. And if you want to laugh, just keep it to a minimum, the volume a little bit, inshallah. So give me 3 loud salawats.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahumma salli. It's okay. I don't need it. It's okay. Allah. It's okay. Okay, my voice might be a little rusty because I didn't eat anything yet. Inshallah. Oh, the light that fills my heart with hope and glee. Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdi. Your claps. Oh Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina. Oh, the light that fills my heart with hope and glee. Mahdina, oh louder. Mahdi. What is this? Hold on. We still have some time. Maybe I said 5 minutes. I didn't say 50 minutes. It's not like Surah Al-Baqarah here, okay? Okay, so I want to hear it's not like I'm going to stay up here quiet. Okay, they're not responding. They're not clapping. I'm just going to go with it. No. Okay? So I want to hear you loud and clear. Mahdina, or Mahdina, or Mahdina. He may be around here somewhere. You don't know. So let us send these greetings and all these vibrations of happiness to him. Okay? So I want to hear your voices and I want to hear your claps. I don't want to see anyone on their phones. Just 5 minutes of your time. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Oh, the light that fills my heart with hope and glee. Slow down. Why in a hurry? Now you clap, but you're in a hurry. I'm just joking. Oh, the light that fills my heart with hope and glee. Mahdina, oh Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina. Oh, the light that fills my heart with hope and glee. Mahdina, oh Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh mashallah, Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina. Oh Imam, the strength that keeps me going on. Oh Imam, you are a bright sun and my dawn. Oh Imam, you are going to bring justice. Oh Imam, once you come, we will be in bliss. Oh, the light that guides all helps us to see. Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina. There was a time when I was down and lost hope. There was a time when with life I couldn't cope. Now I have invited you into my soul. To be your servant is my ultimate goal. Oh, the one who changed how I live completely. Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh beautiful. Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina. Don't stop. Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina, Mahdina. Okay, this is the last verse. Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina. Oh Imam, your reappearance will be be soon. The stars are so sad because they miss their moon. Oh Imam, your reappearance will be soon. The stars are so sad because they miss their moon. Oh Imam, please know that our hearts are with you. We are eager for your arrival, it's true. Without your radiance we're lost and empty. Mahdina, oh Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina, oh Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina, Mahdina, oh Mahdina. صلوات.